Hi, Eric Gibaud, Gibaud.com. Today I am in Paris in the photo show and meeting with Fujifilm. Great things. Two cameras. Well, I'm cheating. Just one, but two different colors, silver and black. This is the X-M5 by Fujifilm. Then the long-awaited 16 to 55 millimeter 2.8 Mark II, and also this. No, that's not heavy. The XF500 millimeter. That's a great lens. So we're going to speak about this. Let's start. I want to thank Fujifilm France. I'm here at the photo show in Paris. Thank you to Olivier Saint-Géry and all the team that I met here that could help me to see this. One thing, I could not test all this gear because they received it at the last minute. But still, these two cameras, well, this one and this one, you know it, we know it. There are some differences, but the processor, we already know it. The sensor, we already know it. So I will give you my impression. I will give you the differences and the pros and cons. But really, you probably know what you can expect of these cameras. Regarding the two lenses, I hope I will be able to test them soon in person, but during this show it was not possible. We were several YouTubers and no time for that. But thank you anyway, so I'm going to tell you the specs and my opinion. So now I am at the hotel after the meeting with Fujifilm. We were several YouTubers, so it was complicated to record there, so it's better this way. So I'm going to give you my impression and some specs. I'm going to start with the camera, the X-M5. Well, honestly, this is a camera you know already, and I know it already. As I said at the beginning, actually, as Fujifilm does very often, many parts of the camera already exist in other cameras by Fujifilm, so we can know the quality we can expect. For example, the sensor is the CMOS 4 of 26.1 pixel, the same we have on the XS20. The processor is the 5, and we already know it on other cameras, so we know the image quality we can get. So I didn't need to check it because I know the result. We've seen these cameras already. But there are other differences, and this is what I want to speak about. The big difference is the one you really see straight away, is there is no viewfinder. Oh, that's horrible. Or some people will say, great, I don't like viewfinders. We will have to analyze who is this camera for and if they want or no viewfinder, okay? But just for you to know, there is no viewfinder, okay? There are things like, for example, the small wheel to have the film simulation, the same as on the X-T5, we find it here. You have a PASM wheel, the same as we have on the XS20, on the XH series. You know that Fujifilm has some camera with image stabilization and some do not have it. This one has, no, it doesn't. Yes, it does. No, it doesn't. Oh, wait. Image stabilization with Fujifilm, when there is, it's a physical stabilization of the sensor, but in this one it's an electronic stabilization. What does this mean? It's only for video, not for photography, and you have a crop. Depending on the file format you're using, the video format you're using, it will be 1.32 crop or 1.44, okay? You don't have to use it always, you can deactivate it, but in situation you need stabilization, you do have it and it's good, but you have a crop. By the way, Fujifilm is changing the packaging, is no longer white painted or black painted, now is pure cardboard to save on carbon, okay? And also, Mr. Fujifilm, what happened? Well, what happened is there is no more charger and no more USB-C cable to charge, okay? They've decided to do that. I've always complained about that, but Fujifilm now is doing like everyone, you don't have this anymore, okay? So, well, and all brands are going to stop putting them anyway. So I'll have to give up on that fight, okay? But just for you to know, I have to tell it, because otherwise people say, when it's Fujifilm, you don't tell there is no charger and no cable. Well, no charger, no cable. You will find the 20 film simulation of Fujifilm that you get in recent cameras. Also, it exists in two colors, in silver and in black. You can pick either. The body has a special texture. I don't know if it's not clever, obviously, but it looks a bit different what I've seen before. Okay, that's the way it looks. And this camera is definitely thought for content creators. Obviously, if you don't create content, you can still use it, obviously. Why do I say that? We're going to see the video part is really advanced. First, physically, you will see there is a vlog mode on the wheel, the same as you find on the XS20. So vloggers will like that to get a bit more blurred background. Then there is a flip screen, so you can watch yourself when you record. And there are more things. First time we see that there are 3 integrated microphones, so you can decide if you want to have a front sound, back, or surround. So, and you configure and you set it the way you want. But if you are not a basic creator or you don't want to have something with wind or whatever, or any risk of not controlling sound, you want to have your good microphone, there is also a microphone connector. And also, if you want to control your sound, monitor your sound, there is a jack for headphones. So really good. There are also things that are a bit different, like the battery. It's not the larger battery you will find on the XS20. It's the same small one that you find on the X-M5 Mark 6. But yes, the processor 5 is actually optimized better the energy, so it's okay. Yeah, the autonomy is not as long, but it's not bad as bad as when it was just a processor 4 with this battery. The SD card, I was really surprised, is USH1, and I'm surprised because the feature of the video are really advanced, so I don't know if they did it, but it works. If you look at photography and video also, the autofocus is really advanced. They've added many things like insect detection. Yeah, maybe you're a content creator and walking in the field and you see an insect and you want to make a picture, get it. Photography wise, you can have a burst rate of 8 frames per second in mechanical shutter. If you use electronic shutter, then it can go up to 20 or 30 frames per second. Let's say or, because depending on what you pick, there is a small crop of 1.25 crop, okay? And the mechanical shutter speed is 1/4000th of a second, and the electronic one 1/32,000th of a second, the same as the XS20. Let's speak about video, because content creators, they want to know about video, although content can be pictures, obviously, but let's speak about video. Surprisingly, you get OpenGate 6.2. OpenGate is used the full sensor, and then you can cut as you want. If you want to do vertical video, for example, you will not lose quality. So many people use that. You have also Frame IO. What is that? You can send over a network directly to a server, so maybe someone else will start editing your video or your pictures when you work as a team. Normally you don't get this on entry level or camera or this kind of camera. I'm really surprised it's there. Then the video 12-bit ProRes internal. I'm surprised. And also the Blackmagic RAW, incredible for that price tag, we'll see after, and that kind of camera. And 422 10-bit video. Surprising, really surprising. And for people who just want to play a bit with video, this is fine. But if you want to make longer video, it could overheat. This camera, the same as the XS20 and the two XH2 and 2S camera, have the screws so you can feed the fan, the optional fan, to cool down the camera when you make long video. And also you have a dynamic range of 13 plus in video and stops, and also f-log 2. And the optional grip, vlogging grip. It's like a small stand, a small tripod and a grip at the same time. It's also possible on this camera. So as you can see, content creator, they will like that because they have all these possibilities of still using the camera in an advanced way and easy way. They also added the mode clip for video. It shoots directly in 9:16 instead of 9:16 for vertical video for social networks. And some content creators, they want to send the content directly to their smartphone to upload straight away to social networks. So you can use the 8 and 25 megabits quality. It's a lower quality, it's a lighter file, it travels a lot faster, it transfers a lot faster to your smartphone. So some people will love that for that type of content. Okay, so honestly, I'm really surprised by this camera. This is a small camera. It weighs only 355 grams. It's 111.9 millimeter by 66.6 by 38 millimeters. So it is really a small camera. And the price is stunning. I'm so surprised. 899 euros in Eurozone, okay? Just body, and with a kit lens, the 15 to 45 millimeter, 999 euros. So I see you, yeah, there in the back. I see you. You're saying Eric is not complaining about the lack of viewfinder, and he did with the Lumix S9. Yes, I did. I still do. Because we have to compare what's comparable. This camera costs 899 euros, and the Lumix cost 17, almost 1800 euros. Okay, you don't have any mechanical shutter, you don't have viewfinder, you don't have jack for the headphone, you lack many things. So if the S9 costs like 1100 or 1200 euros as it is full frame, maybe a bit more expensive, I would not complain, but not for the price it has, okay? And this one, if it costs 1500 euros, I would complain also. But this price is perfectly tagged, I think, for what they offer. This camera is not for everybody, but it is for many people. It is the typical camera that answers the big question is, Eric, I've got a smartphone, but I want to now have a camera, but I want to keep simple, small, easy to use, not too big, not too heavy, not too expensive. That's a great answer. But it also offers really advanced features you don't find on this price tag. So I think this camera is a big answer to many content creators. Also, we also always say young users because there is no viewfinder, but that's not fair. There are some people that are older, they don't need your viewfinder because maybe they see better on the screen, or they want to see how it's framed before they shoot, it's easier for them, or just because they also use the smartphone. Doesn't matter. It's not a debate. It's not like one is better, one is worse. It depends what you want to do. For me, using a viewfinder, I prefer, but some people don't use it. And when I make video, I normally don't use a viewfinder. I use it most when I make pictures. So, well, it depends on each person, but this is what it is. And Fujifilm has other options with viewfinder and more things and physical stabilization, all that. So if we speak about the X-M5, I think this is a great little camera that will attract many people, and the price is so aggressive, so attractive. Some people will speak also about the Sony ZV-E10, I think. I can't remember the name, Mark II. And yeah, they compete, but it's not the same price either. So pick the one you want, but I think this one is a great little camera, okay? By the way, if you wanted to help me, I can help you too. I've activated the member area of my YouTube channel. There you have tuition, tips, making of, all this. This is our extra content. The rest of the public part of my YouTube is still the same. I still give some tips there, but these are extra content. So if you are interested, there's a join button below and you can be part of the member area. Also, if you're going to buy anything, please use my affiliated links in description. And don't forget, if you use Eric10 on K&F Concept website, you get a 10% discount. Thank you so much. That really helps me a lot. Let's carry on. So let's speak about the lenses. For me, it's more difficult because I could not test them, so I'm going to give you specs, but I cannot give you my opinion about the image quality, obviously, because I would need to test in real life and give you my opinion. So I'm going to tell you a few things. First, we start with the XF 16 to 55 2.8 Mark II, okay? First, some people were complaining about the image quality when they use it on a 40mm pixel. If you've never had a 26mm pixel and you started straight to a 40mm, most people would not notice anything. But some people that came from the 26mm pixel, then they felt that with the 40mm was not as good. This is solved, okay? Second, some people were complaining about the size. So, and the weight. Yeah, that was a big lens. Well, they've redesigned the lens completely and now it's 37% smaller and 37% lighter. So that's great. And they also thought about these people who want to make video and they want to have a declick, no click on their lens. So there is a small switch and you have clicks, or you can declick it if you want to make video. So that's great. They really thought about what people would like to have. So I give you the specs, I'll read them so to make sure it's okay. It's 24, the equivalent is 24 to 84 millimeter in full frame. The filter size is 72 millimeter. There is 16 elements of glass in 11 groups with 3 ED lenses, 1 super ED and 4 aspherical lenses. So there's a lot of glass in there. The aperture has 11 blades, so you have a really softer transition and bokeh. It supports high resolution sensor, 40 million sensor. There is fluorine inside. As I said, you can declick the aperture. The minimum focusing distance is 30 centimeters only, which is great if you want to do some proxy. And the autofocus motor is more silent. It's a linear motor. And you can decide on the direction of rotation of the manual focusing if you want to use the ring in manual focus. It is weather sealed and the weight is only 410 grams. I said only. That may sound a lot, but compared to what they had before, it's a lot less. Okay, so I think this is a great little lens that needed to be upgraded, and that's done. Let's speak about the 500mm 5.6. First, it has 5.5 stops of stabilization. If you have a Fujifilm camera that is stabilized, you combine both, so they don't add up, but they combine, so maybe you get an extra 2 stops with the body or something like this. Okay, then let's speak about the specs. The equivalent in full frame is 762 millimeter. That's a really long lens. The filter size is 95 millimeter. And it has 21 elements in 14 groups, which is a lot of glass, with 5 ED lenses, 2 super ED lenses. It's compatible with the converter. The 1.4 will give you the equivalent of 1067 millimeter, and the 2.0 the equivalent of 1524 millimeter. It has a silent linear motor. There is also you can limit on the body. You have switch, so you can limit the where the autofocus will surge, which is from close to far, also the whole length or only a part. So that's great. The minimum focusing distance is 2.75 meter, and it is weather sealed with 18 point of sealing. That's incredible. And you have a leg, so you can place it on a tripod. It has an arc-assist shape, so you can put it directly. The weight is on the back, so it's balanced, even with the small body. That's interesting. It is compact and light. Yeah, the weight is 1350 grams. That sounds a lot for some people, but when you've tried some other 500mm, you understand that's not heavy. For me, it's beautiful. It's not really white. It's like a pearly or something like this, or a nacre. I don't know. It's really nice. Okay, it's not a typical white, but it's beautiful. Cannot tell more about this lens. I will need to test it, no? But in hand, it was so nice to have. So nice. You have it has some function button. You can access, quick access, all this. So this is, it looks great, but honestly, on both lenses, I cannot give more than this because I didn't try them. It's impossible to say if it's good quality or not. So, for me, the 3 new elements in the Fujifilm catalog are great because they answer real needs. An entry-level camera with advanced features, great price, and advanced, for content creators, advanced feature for that. That's great. The 16 to 55mm was a big need. Many people were asking for a new version. That's done. And the 500mm, so many people were asking for it as to have something for animal photography, wildlife. Not only, some people like to shoot pretty far and it's not necessarily for animals, but yes, it was a need. So I think this is great news. I'm so happy to have touched the camera and touched the lenses and see more, to have more specs I can share with you. So I think they're great. Yeah. At least the camera. The lenses I need to test more, but if you're interested, I'll leave you links in the description where you can buy them. Okay, so thank you so much Fujifilm France and Olivier Saint-Jory for presenting me the gear. Thank you to you for watching the video. If you feel it may interest other people, please share it on social networks. If you have not done it yet, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. There's a small button down here and also a small bell. If you click on the bell, you will get notified when I upload a new video. By the way, I've activated the member area when I speak about photography tuition. No gear, just tips, advice, behind the scene, making of all this. So thank you so much. There's a join button below. I'll also leave you a link of my website, gibaud.com. If you have any question, can leave a comment below. Also leave your affiliate links in the description. Please use them if you want to buy anything. Don't forget that if you buy with K&F Concept and you use the code ERIC10, ERIC10, you get a 10% discount. Thank you so much, that really helps me. Also leave you more affiliate links and also a link to my PayPal account in case you wanted to make a donation. Thank you very much. Please take care of yourself and see you soon. Bye.